3 years. 3 years of marriage and Obidike has never touched me. She should have turned back. Every part of her was telling her to turn back, but her feet wouldn't listen. The Agwazu River at night was not a place for the living. The elders had always said that. Akweke had never believed those words until the river began to move, without wind, without reason. Her lantern went out and the world went dark. She didn't know when it happened. One moment she was standing at the river's edge. The next, she was somewhere else entirely. An old man sat at the end of the path on a king's chair like he had been waiting. She moved towards him and bowed, as was the custom for one of his age. He said nothing. He simply held out what was in his hands, a bowl of water, and in that water she saw the day everything began. The day she met Obidike. He had been standing in the middle of the road, completely still, eyes fixed on the distant Ugudu hills, like he had been looking for something or someone in them that only he could see. Akweke passed and greeted him. He did not answer. Then his voice came from behind her. "You remind me of someone." "Who?" she had asked. He said one name, the widow of Achala. The widow of Achala, a myth, a ghost story mothers used to frighten children at night. The most beautiful woman in legend, who the elders said belonged not to this world. She had laughed it off. "I shall marry you," he had said, "and you shall be my widow of Achala." She had felt like a queen. The old man stirred the bowl, and the memory was gone. "Why did you show me this?" Akweke asked. "That is something that already happened." He looked straight into her eyes and said, "You have made a grave mistake, my daughter. You have made a grave mistake. For you, Akweke, are not the widow of Achala. For Obidike is not a mere man as you think. You have taken for a husband a man who belongs to another. Woe betide you, my daughter, that he be your mother's love." Suddenly, Akweke jumped up. She was back on the ground at the river's edge. It had been a dream, or would she call it a trance? But the old man's words were still ringing in her ears. Then she looked into the river and her heart